Morning, Milo. Morning, buddy. Good morning. Let's go for a run. Good morning. It's Friday, May 23rd. Yeah, 23rd. And got some morning fog going on right now. But yeah, we have had actually some pretty hot days this week. So this is a nice little welcome change. And quite honestly, this week, my motivation hasn't really been at my normal level, so to speak. And it's not because, I'm lacking any creative spark. Not by any means. I have a ton of ideas in my head and, figuring out ways to do them. It's more due to because of loss, grief, to be exact. This past week, I lost a really good friend who I worked with for the last few years. You may have seen them make a little cameo or two on the vlog when I'm on set. And so when I got the news, of course, it's a shock to the system. And it's hard to process that at the moment. If that makes any sense. So it's taking me at least this last week to, kind of process it, go through a lot of the emotions that come with it, and really feel it. This is one of those instances where their passing was so unexpected. And especially, they're only a couple years older than I am. So imagine the shock of that news. It's hard to comprehend it, really. Now, there's no right or wrong way to grieve. And if you want to put it into a spiritual sense, our journeys take us where we need to be from beginning to end. And so, some journeys are not to be, long lasting. The same would go for a beloved pet. They've been loyal all these years, and all of a sudden, poof, one day, they're not there anymore. And sometimes, during this time, our mind can bring us to some very dark places. And that's a scary thing. So which is one of the main reasons for me why I run, I walk, I meditate, is so that my mind doesn't go to that dark place. Because it's really scary. And I'm very lucky to have an amazing support system. So if you ever feel yourself in that dark place, reach out to someone you care about. Being in that dark place is not fun. And well, if you've been there, Anyway, sorry. Kind of went on a small tangent there, but back to the topic. Grief. You know, allow yourself the time, and you'll know when you're ready. Won't be fully ready, but ready to a degree. Even now, as I'm running little bits and pieces of memories from our friend come back, and it's not hard to you know, get teary-eyed or cry a bit. Now, on a slightly, you know, I guess upside, I don't know, you know, they may be gone physically, but back to the whole spiritual or the worldly aspect of it, you know, they're still around, you know, and a lot of things that you do, you know, they'll be with you, kind of like the angels watching over you. I may not see them anymore with my own two eyes, but I can still feel their presence in so many ways, and you know, I'm very appreciative about that. And I'm grateful that they were in my life for the short few years that I've known them. And of course, during this time period, your own mortality comes into question. It's like, why? Anything past this moment, this second, is unknown, right? So, live each moment as if it were your last. You know, say I love you to your loved ones. Hug them, hold them tight, give them a kiss, and appreciate every moment that you have. Anyways, that's one of a big factor why this week's been a bit of a low for me. So, but good thing is, you know, I did go down to San Juan Cap yesterday. I didn't film a day in the life because I wanted to give that moment for Ian and I to grieve, for our friend, to also sort of restart ourselves to a degree. We did get a lot of work done, which is nice. You know, getting things done for Hope Wave. Our friend wouldn't want us to just stop fully, so in honor of them, slowly, you know, moved a little forward. Hi, buddy. Hi. Anyways, Milo's been with me for the last week, so it's been good having his company, which is nice. His mom and dad are be coming back this weekend, I think. It's nice to have a companion, four-legged companion with you for a short period of time. Anyways, how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing good, keeping yourself healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually. Yeah, what do you do to keep yourself, you know, in check? You know, to keep yourself, you know, grounded, to be present. You know, when those moments kind of get dark, what do you do to bring yourself back up? Now I know that may be a bit of a deep question, so the opposite of that is, did you treat yourself to something good today? Like, did you go for a run, gym, or some kind of activity? Or treated yourself to a dessert? Which reminds me, I did not have my dessert yesterday, so I will have to remedy that today. Remedy that today. So, ice cream? Yeah? Cookie? No, ice cream. Ice cream. Not that it matters. Ooh, sorry, Milo. Today's morning fit check. Asics, Brooks, Old Navy, and some LA Big 5K finisher, and my LA Marathon hat. Of course, got my Garmin and my watches and whatnot. So there you go. Oh, he puts up with me. All right. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me on today's Run, Walk, and Yap. I do appreciate you all coming back each week, checking out my videos, and just for, hearing me out today and just me clearing my mind and kind of processing things at the same time. But thanks for joining Milo and I. But yeah, do come back next time, as we'll have a whole new adventure, so you do not want to miss out on any of it. And of course, if you are going through a difficult time, my heart's with you. And of course, don't be afraid to reach out to loved ones, and every little bit helps. So with that, thank you again. I do appreciate it. And Milo, do you have anything to say last here? Wow. Profound words from Milo. He says, have a good day, be well, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.